Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Local Umbrella Connections. I'm Brad Weber with Local Umbrella Media, and I have a very special guest today, Miss Mary England, from the president and CEO. She does two jobs at the La Mesa Chamber of Commerce. Mary, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I'm glad you could make time for me. I know we've known each other for quite some time, and I don't know how you do it all the things that you do, but everybody, you go into La Mesa, California, and mention the name Mary England, and everybody knows you because you do so many things, and you've been all about the community. So I want to talk about your role at the Chamber of Commerce, what the Chamber of Commerce does there in La Mesa, and also specifically, I know you're having the reason we're doing this today is you're having a big event that you want to kind of get the word out about, and it's called Shop and Dine La Mesa, correct?
That is correct, sir.
And that's next Saturday,
No,
what is it?
Two Saturdays.
2 Saturdays.
May
May
21st.
21st, yeah.
I'm not ready for
Forgot
next
what day it
Saturday.
was. Me neither. I'm glad. Thanks for correcting that. I would have been stressed the rest of the day. Anyway, so May 21st, Saturday, tell me the times again.
11 to 4.
11 to 4, and we'll remind everybody at the end. But tell us a little bit about the chamber, your role. I know all about what you do, but our listeners might not, especially if they're not chamber members. But tell us about the chamber and some of the things you're doing and what you're doing for La Mesa and why you're doing it. Because I know you've been around the area for a long time. And how long have you been with the chamber?
14 years.
14 years with the La Mesa Chamber. And before that, you were at Lemon Grove, I think, right?
Chamber,
Yeah.
right.
So anyway, so tell us, what you do, what your mission is, why you do it, what your background is, maybe a little bit, and just kind of
Okay.
let people get to know you.
Well, we're very excited in La Mesa to have the chamber. We're 14 years old, actually. There hadn't been a chamber in 12 years until 2007. So the business community wanted a chamber, so they decided to put one together. Our main mission prior to COVID was to, of course, stimulate the business community, be a partner, offer opportunities for businesses. But in COVID, that all shifted.
Mhm.
What we did during COVID is to help our businesses try and survive. We also went after some CARES Act funding. We got $1 million from the La Mesa City Council. Thank you very much, City Council. And
Mhm.
we allocated that to the small businesses. And this project is with ARPA funding. We got this from the county. We applied for a grant through Supervisor Joel Anderson for ARPA funds, and that was prior to the redistricting. Now we're with Nathan Fletcher in district. We changed from
Mhm.
4 to 2, and we're going to execute this on, as you said, on Saturday, May 21st. The goal of this project is to stimulate, actually to show that there are areas in La Mesa that are basically not visited or maybe don't have a spotlight as the downtown district does.
Mhm.
When
Right.
people think of La Mesa, of course they think of the village, and we love that. I have members down in the village. But during COVID, it was very obvious to me as I went out every day that these businesses, particularly Lake Murray, for instance,
Mhm.
really didn't have any marketing help, or they were just kind of out there, a ship out, out to sea.
Mhm.
So this is how we put this plan together to shine a spotlight on them. And we're going to do 2 this year. This is our first of 2. So we're
Right.
pretty excited to be able to help these businesses out here, just like the downtown village and other businesses have received funding.
Got it. Most of the people watching today are San Diegans. We have a few outside the area, but some people in San Diego, I lived in not in East County where La Mesa is for several years, and a lot of people don't even know. You mentioned La Mesa or Mount Helix or those areas out there, and they say, "Where is that?" So,
Mhm.
yeah, you should go. It's a beautiful area. It's
Mhm.
just got just picturesque rolling hills. One of the thing about the shopping patterns, in La Mesa, they have the village where you can go and you can walk. It's walkable and things like that, so they have that advantage. Some of the other like a lot of places in San Diego, you have a freeway going through and then you have hills, so the roads aren't patterned and squares and things like
Mhm.
that. So some of these little areas are kind of hard to find if you're not looking for them. So that's one reason to feature these they're kind of old school malls where they're
They
the
are.
little regional malls with maybe 12 or 15 businesses or 20 or so, and you kind of have to seek them out and find them. So this is kind of shining a light on those little areas, like you said, that don't normally get that kind of attention, and maybe people don't even realize they're there, or they forget they're there if they don't happen to drive by. So, what is the location of this first event?
This first event is at the corner of Baltimore Drive and Lake Murray, and I'll give you the address. Although it's easier, it's right on a busy shopping at a corner. It is at the Lake Murray Village Shopping Center,
Okay.
and the address I will give to you is 5550. I always forget it, so let me look it up. Through 5680 Lake Murray Boulevard. But it's a busy street out in Lake Murray. And if you're from San Diego and you're not familiar, we want to invite you to come out.
Mhm.
We've hired entertainment. So we
Great.
have face painters, we have bubble blowers, we have balloon artists, we have
Wow.
spinner games for prizes. We also have put a community element on as far as community safety, because safety tends to be so important,
Mhm.
particularly right now. It's always on the news, right,
Right.
Brad?
Right, of
Every
course.
day you turn on the news. So we have the La Mesa PD out there with a booth. We have the fire, we have Heartland Fire and Rescue,
Mhm.
and we have AMR out there, our ambulance service.
Great. Do you have booths from other businesses in La Mesa, or it's just the people in the mall there?
Well, we've allowed the mall, of course, is the brick and mortar. And if they
Mhm.
wanted a booth and didn't want us to come into their shop that day, they could have a booth.
Oh,
But we
good.
also have some others. Vaughn's is coming out to do a hiring because we're in
Oh,
the.
wow.
They refer to this, as you know, Brad, the Vaughn's Mall. So
Mhm.
Vaughn's is out there, so they're going to be looking. And if anyone's looking for a job, I encourage you to come out and talk to the Vaughn's people in person at our event.
Got it.
That'd
And
be
if you haven't been out there, it's a really easy if you're heading east on the 8, it's right off of Baltimore Drive, right off the freeway. It's really easy to get to even if you haven't been there before. It's very easy to get to. So, we'll
lots
end the
of
show with
well,
directions
and
again.
lots of parking. It's
What's
a
that?
big it lots of parking.
And lots of parking, so you don't have to worry about that. You're gonna park very close to the event, and it's always a beautiful day on a Saturday, late morning, afternoon in San Diego, so come out and enjoy it and see a bunch of the locals and see what La Mesa is all about. How many let's talk about the chamber a little bit. How many members in the Chamber of Commerce do you have?
We've got a little over 300
300,
now,
okay, so it's
even
a nice.
through COVID. We were pleasantly surprised that we didn't lose a lot of members. We know some had to be furloughed because obviously it's more important than to pay a membership than to pay a membership. You have to pay your rent and your lease.
Of
We did
course.
have a lot of businesses that were furloughed,
Mhm,
which meant they wanted to be involved, but they didn't have any funding. So I tried
mhm,
to get them the CARES Act money.
mhm.
And then, of course, I've helped them apply for ARPA money from the county.
Right.
So it's not about membership as much as supporting the businesses out there right now. They're still
Right, not
struggling.
about the numbers, but you and the Chamber of Commerce, some people kinda wonder what they do, and in general, it's supporting the local businesses and connecting the businesses with the community, but also, like you said, you go to government, you go to, uh, safety, fire, and police, and
Hmm.
public servants and things like that, and connect them with the businesses, so the businesses, they often might not know how to do these things. I'm a small business person, and you're so overwhelmed with everything you have to do just to get your job done, you forget
Right.
how to connect and get these things done. So it's nice to have a helping hand and someone kind of looking out for you, and someone you can call to solve those kinds of problems. On top of promoting the businesses, I'm a member, have been for a long time. I
Yes.
go to the event just as often as I can, and you have a passionate following. It's just people that are kind of it's small town America, which I personally love, and I think it's something we should all get more in tune with, of that small town atmosphere. La Mesa is a beautiful community, whether you're in the village or the Lake Murray area or any other area of La Mesa. It's a gorgeous community, and there's just great people out there. So, um, you know, if you're not a member, you should call Mary and find out. It's not expensive. I mean, you have different levels of membership, but you actually get a lot for your money. I'm a member because of what we do. We're all over San Diego County, and I'm in several different chambers, and some are better than others, but yours is, if not the top of the list, certainly near the top of the list. And
Oh,
yeah,
thank
and a lot of it's because of you and how dedicated you are. I mean, I don't know how you do it. People tell me how do you do all this stuff? You work all the time, but I should just my standard answer should be call Mary England.
you.
You think I do a lot? She's everywhere. Everywhere I go, Mary's there,
I
and
tried.
you try very hard, and you're doing a lot. So I personally appreciate it, and I think all the businesses that I know out there appreciate it too. So,
Can
of
I add one thing for your
course,
listeners for the event?
yes,
The chamber is offering 3 prizes, and
okay,
they're valued a minimum of $500 each. We're
great.
gonna entice your listeners to come out and visit these. We have, right now we have 10 businesses. We're going to have QR codes as well as a shopping cart. They
Hmm.
go to these businesses, they mark them off. Brad, you and I've been to
Hmm.
events like that.
Yeah,
They put them in the drawing, and we're going to tabulate everything. And by June 4th, we're going to be calling 3 lucky people, and I'm going to be delivering a prize to them.
awesome. And you don't have to buy something at every business.
No,
You just have to
this
stop
is
in and
not
say
a
hi
buy.
and get
This
the
is not
box
a
checked.
buy.
Yeah, because they obviously the reason we're drawing you out there is to showcase these
Mhm.
wonderful little businesses that you may not have seen before. So we want to make sure you get a chance to meet everyone. It's a low level, a low bar to cross to get your little boxes
Right.
checked. And what are there, 10 or 15 of them?
There's 10. There's
Yeah,
10,
yeah.
and they're pretty excited. And we've also gone beyond the shopping center. My commitment to the county, we have businesses across the street. So
Hmm.
we're doing the entire geographic area around that shopping center. So, and I do want to add that the majority of these are not chamber members. This is not
Oh,
about
really?
trying to get, no, this isn't about trying to build chamber membership. It's all about serving the businesses, because we've been out here so much, as you know, through the pandemic,
Yeah.
and they're struggling. So anything I can do to help them as a chamber uh, helps them. They are the backbone of the community.
Hmm.
We
Yeah,
generate the
that's
sales tax that allows us to have our police and fire and all our services.
exactly. Yeah. Well, we're big advocates of choosing local and shopping local, and that's an important thing you brought up because you're not there just to benefit
No,
chamber members. It's the whole community benefits, and chamber members get a little extra benefit because of all the things you do for us. But anybody that's in La Mesa is going to benefit from the La Mesa Chamber, whether you're a shopper, consumer, or a local business members or not. So, um, tell us about. What else you got going on? We definitely want to feature this event, but what's next for the
well,
chamber? What's next for
we
you?
have my baby, the Taste of San Diego East, on
Yeah,
July 18th, a Monday.
that's a
Uh,
big one.
COVID has put a little, changed everything the way we do. But last year, even during the pandemic, we had 400 people attend.
Mhm,
So we spotlight local businesses. They don't have to be chamber members. We want to promote them. This year, we're hoping to get some businesses, some restaurants that have struggled,
mhm.
and to come out and showcase their food.
And where is that? Is it one location
Town
this year
Country
again?
Hotel.
Oh, the Town and Country, okay.
Right.
So, yeah, that's a pretty big venue and a pretty big
Yeah.
event,
We
yeah,
needed the room. Prior
and
to
that's
COVID, we had 700 people attend, but
so that's July 18th?
Monday, July 18th, the
Got it,
restaurant's
okay,
like a Monday because a lot of them are closed.
great. We'll put that on your calendar.
Yep.
What else you wanna feature, talk about? We're gonna wrap it up and
Well,
make people get out there.
I think more than anything, have them come out to the Jewel of the Hills and see La Mesa. We're a warm and welcoming community, and these businesses have never had this outreach before, Brad.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you, they are so excited. It kind of puts a little joy in their heart,
great,
uh, you know, being there every day, waiting for somebody to come through the door.
yeah.
So the anticipation is high. So I'm real excited about this project.
Great. Well, Jewel of the Hills is La Mesa's nickname, and it's pretty apropos. It is a jewel, and it's beautiful hills out there. If you don't get to East County much, take a drive out next Saturday, the 21st.
Yep,
Stop in and see the wonderful merchants. See Mary at the La Mesa Chamber. Shop and dine La Mesa. Did I say that right?
you
And
did it. Shop and
once
dine.
again, once I did it again. Once. What's the time? What's the time frame? 11 to 4.
11 to 4. So
11
they
to 4
don't have
o'clock.
to take up their whole day. They can just come out for a couple hours and then go do their shopping or whatever they want to do with their family.
Sounds great. And any details, or I assume, are on your website,
Yes, sir.
lamesachamber.com. It's rolling across the screen so you can see it there. And I will be there. I look forward to seeing you there. I look forward to supporting some more chamber businesses.
Good.
If you haven't been to La Mesa, I can't say it enough. It's you'll be changed. You might even want to move out there. So there
If
is
you can
life in
find
East
a
County.
house,
What's that?
if you can find a house.
If you can find a house, well, get on the waiting list. But
Yeah.
it's just beautiful people, beautiful country. It's San Diego, and it's an iconic San Diego event, May 21st. Go to lamesachamber.com if you have any questions. And Mary, thanks so much for being with us today. I will see you on the 21st, if not before, and I
Okay.
look forward to a great event.
Thank you, Brad.
Okay, great. That's our show today. I want to thank our sponsors. Attorney King, of course, Saquon Casino, IB Fitness, and who am I forgetting, Sarah? That's it. Okay. Thought I couldn't read, but it's blank there. No wonder I couldn't make that out. Anyway, thanks, sponsors. Thanks, Mary. We'll see you at the event. Bye-bye. That's our show.